Hi. So today I wanted to talk about parenting, and in particular being a father. Um, I think if I'm honest with myself, being a father is the biggest challenge I faced in my life. Um, I'd say that I didn't really understand what responsibility was until the day my son was born, and the day before I was one person, and the day that he was born, I became another. Uh, it's indescribable what it's like to um, be responsible on the level where you have another person who's wholeheartedly 100% dependent on you to be there, to be present, and to be effective. Um, and I remember the moment my son was born, and the nurses took him and put him on a baby table, and he was crying. Um, and so I went to him and I gave him my hand, and he held my thumb, and I started to talk to him, and he stopped crying. And I think in that moment, I knew I had to be there. Um, and I think I've been trying to define what that means since that moment. And what I think my role is I'm not I'm not really a big fan of the term father, because like it doesn't really say anything. I view myself more as a tour guide, right? There's no sense of ownership on my son. It doesn't belong to me. And the father and son relationship is, I don't know, coming from where I come from, my background, it's hierarchical. But I don't see a hierarchy with my son. My son teaches me as much as I teach him. In some ways, he teaches me more. Um, but what I have to offer him is many things. But I think I'm his guide to this environment, to this world. I've spent more decades here than him. I have navigated more pitfalls than him. Um, he's very new here. He's very um, inexperienced, but only inexperienced in the context of being on this planet. He's not inexperienced in context of being honest and loving and ambitious and open and caring and fun-loving and adventurous and intelligent. Those are all his own, and I think when you look at any child, they bring all of that to the party. Most adults have forgot how to connect with other people, have forgot how to love honestly and openly and innocently, have forgot what fun really looks like. Most adults would consider fun drinking alcohol with friends. Kids, how many different variations of fun do kids have? And none of it requires you to pay money. Um, it just requires kind of the company of other people who want to have fun, and they don't break that down into um, racial barriers or socioeconomic groups or anything else that's been handed to us. They just if you want to have fun, they'll ask anybody who's around, do you want to have fun? And then they'll go and have fun, as long as you're willing. So there's a lot of amazing things that my son has brought into my world to help me really understand how much nonsense and how many barriers we put in place that limit our ability to connect with other humans in a very simple and open and honest way. And I'm grateful to him and to my daughter for just reminding me of that, showing me that. And I think that's part of the role of being a father, being open to what your children have to offer you, because the gifts that they bring with them are profound and amazing. And I think if you're open to the teachings of what they teach you, it helps you reconnect with who you should be. And I think it would be a really beautiful thing for not just men, but parents in general, but as we're speaking about being a father, reconnecting with that on that level with them. Because what you get from that exchange is pure joy. And I can't really think of another instance where you get that level of pure joy from simple interactions with another human. So, that was my thought for the day on what it is to be a father. Hope you enjoyed it.